Inside Michigan Basketball is brought to you by Gardner White. You'll overpay anywhere else. And by Jaguar. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Inside Michigan Basketball. I'm Matt Shepard. A very unique situation for the Wolverines this week. They wanted to continue one trend and reverse another. They started the Big Ten season back up in Iowa, similar to what they did a year ago, but they wanted a different result. Remember this, the Hawkeyes had won 5 straight in the series against Michigan going into that game. And then coming home, taking on a desperate Illinois team in which Michigan is manhandled in 12 of the previous 14. They got what they wanted.
They don't dictate what we do. On our court, if we were on their court, well, they don't dictate. We set all the rules today, right? We are the boss. Who's the boss? The boss is in control, isn't he? Right? The boss is in control of his office. He's in charge. I'm the boss, aren't I? Right? I'm in control of it, right? You got to be the same way with the ball, with the screen, with coming off screen. You're in control of it. They want to take control of what the ball is doing. They want to take control of how you're cutting, right? They want to be on how you are pivoting. They want you like this. And no, not us, man. We are strong with the pivots. Everything we work on. So cuts, pivots, screens, drive. We're the boss. We're in control.
Michigan came in riding a 6-game winning streak and had beaten Illinois 12 in the previous 14 meetings. But the Wolverines turned the ball over uncharacteristically early, coughing it up 5 times, and the Illini were able to take an 8-point lead behind 8 points from freshman Mark Smith and 6 points off the bench from Kipper Nichols. The Wolverines struggled to find their offensive rhythm until the bench delivered with Isaiah Livers. He made an immediate impact.
Simpson up the right sideline for Rockmont. One more to Livers. Open for a triple try. Got it. Big triple for Livers.
Livers' play energized the Wolverines. They went on a 12-2 run to climb back in front. It stayed tight the rest of the half, but U of M trailed by 3 at the break. The second half started well for the Wolverines. Mo Wagner got involved.
Michigan up ahead. Simpson, nice feed. Wagner with a finger roll. What a dish.
Wagner would finish with 14. It was a healthy sign. So was the instant offense delivered by freshman Jordan Poole. He came in and dialed long distance.
Tosses to Poole. Open for 3. Bring it up.
Yeah, that kid is, he's got it going right now.
Michigan built a 9-point lead and then extended it to 11 thanks to Isaiah Livers and Charles Matthews hitting 3s from opposite corners.
A kick out right corner. Livers for 3. Man, that kid is good. 56-48, Michigan. Matthews, left corner 3 on the way. It's long and it dropped through. Hit the back of the rim, popped straight up in the air, and then fell through.
Michigan would stay the course the rest of the way. They shot 51% from the floor, put 6 in double figures led by Wagner's 14. U of M wins it 79-69. It's a season high in turnovers, and yet you still win. It's a team that you shot really well against in the second half. Is this one of those learning moments for your team where you're still trying to find yourself in the first half and you come through in the second half?
I don't think, and this is a crazy thing with a team, with a coach that hates turnover. I don't think you can play those guys without turning it over. I just think it's going to be impossible to go without something happen because they're putting so much pressure on you. At the same time, as you go through the game, you'll be able to find open people because and get open baskets is our hope. And some teams haven't been able to do it because that defense is going to create offense. So I just, we're not a great dribbling and passing team yet, but I think even if we had, we wouldn't be able to go into this game and have 5 or 6 turnovers in a game, which we've done many times. What was the biggest difference for your offense from the second half from the first half? I think we got off to a good start and got some confidence. We just tried. Again, I hope this is a trademark of our team, Matt, that we're better in the second half because our coaching staff, but more importantly, our team. It's not important what we know. It's more important what the team knows. That in the second half we can make adjustments. This is how they're guarding us. All right, here's how we attack. Because you only can do so much in a timeout. I'll put a play in, I'll try and get it. I mean, guys are getting water. They're trying to focus in. When I got them there for 5, and we only got 5 minutes because the coaches talk for 5. We meet with the team with 5. I want them back out on the court with 4 so they can get themselves going. They've been able to make adjustments, and our coaching staff's been really helpful to me to be able to maybe do something different that is better going to line up with what we need to do to score the ball.
Mo Wagner played a season low against Iowa. And yet, against Illinois, he comes out, gives you 14 and 7, missed only one shot. What was the difference? How was he able to get things going?
Well, he's still, like I said, he's not himself. I'll know he's himself in practice, but he's himself with energy. And he's just trying to figure things out. And they were doubling us sometimes. They were hard hedging us, and then they started switching screens. I'm so proud of that team that when they started switching screens, he didn't pop. He rolled right to the basket. We got him with 2 layups. I mean, that on time, on target passes from our guards. So he's got to let the game come to him. He's forcing some issues, and we're going to keep trying to get him to be able to do that.
Foul issues, a bit of a troubling part for the beginning of the game, and for Charles Matthews, 2 fouls in the first minute, and yet Jordan Poole comes in. How do you keep a guy engaged when he gets 2 fouls called against him in that first early going?
It's really hard, and so you got to rely on Charles to be able to do that. But that was really that was unfortunate that we had that, and I'll have to look at the video to see how why those fouls were called. At the same time, it's really a good that Jordan could come over and do that. And Jordan and Isaiah, it's like the same thing. I almost just got to zipper it up and just say, okay, they're freshmen. You wouldn't like them to have to be in these situations, but we're going to have to coach them through it because they'll make they'll make a great play and then they'll give up a great play, and they really have no idea, on the back end what just happened. They really don't. They'll come out of there and they'll just think, well, we're just hooping. But they don't know they were supposed to be there at that time. So that's just something that they'll both grow through. But it is good to have, if you get in foul trouble, whether it's John Teske or today it was Jordan and Isaiah, to have them, in your back pocket that our coaching staff can throw them out there.
The Wolverines ring in the new year with a road win at Iowa. How they were able to snap that 5-game losing streak to the Hawkeyes is next.
Talked about this when we went down to Texas, about being wolves here, about going after the meat, right? Going after it. You cannot be reactionary when you're on the road. You have to take the action. You have to be the one that's poised and go after it, right? So the tougher-minded team, the one that has that mentality, right, that's going to go and take it from somebody, not wait there for them to give it to you. Last couple of games, you were gonna win those games. I thought you were gonna win those games within 5 minutes. I said, we're gonna win this game, right? That's not the way it is anymore. You got to go and take these games from people. Take it right from them, right? How do you do that? You got to be the tougher-minded team, which means your mind's got to stay clear. Distractions are all over the place. Bad fouls. I missed a shot. Coach just yelled at me. I got some guy talking in my ear. I got an Iowa fan. That can't happen. You're in a hunt right now, and you got to hunt or you don't eat. So you have to get that done. You can't do that if your mind is scrambled. This is mental toughness right here. Our mind stays clear. We're ready to go. This is physical toughness, and we might be ready to enter it. It's got to match this mental edge. So I can be a clear thinker, but if I'm not the hammer and I'm the nail all day, we don't have no chance. You got to still be able to do that. And the tougher-minded team is always about the other issue. You're confident in yourself. You're confident. You're positive.
Michigan was looking to reverse a recent trend that saw them struggle at Carver Hawkeye Arena, losing 4 straight there and 5 overall in the series. This one was tight early, with Iowa making it a point to establish a low-post presence with Tyler Cook, while Michigan was draining threes.
Tosses right corner. Rockman's open for 3, and the teardrop falls. Tosses left corner for Livers. One more. Simpson left alone for 3. Get in there. He got it. Xavier Simpson with 2 threes in the opening half.
Simpson led a bench brigade that hit 10 of its first 12 shots and dominated the game. The Wolverines scorched the Nets for 62% shooting in the first half and led by a dozen at the break. Simpson set the pace with 11 points and 4 assists. The Hawkeyes tried to make a second-half push and would get to within 7 thanks to the all-world play of Cook. The sophomore boasted a career-best 28, but the Wolverines always seemed to have an answer. Simpson matched a career-best 15.
Left corner for Simpson. A dribble drive. Found an opening, scoops and scores. What a move by Xavier Simpson, who continues to excel for the Wolverines.
And Isaiah Livers played his best game to date, tossing in a career-high 13.
Simpson lowers the shoulder, a dribble drive, a kick out. Livers wants the 3. Got it! Isaiah Livers has been unbelievable tonight. The freshman with another 3 from the corner.
4 Wolverines finished in double figures. Their bench outscored the Iowa reserves by 20, and they led for over 33 of the 40 minutes played. U of M rolls to a 75-68 knockout and gets to 13-3.
I'm telling you, there won't be many teams that will come in here and win like that. I'm just going to tell you, we've had 4 championship teams, right? Since if we count the 13 team that went to the championship game, so I'm going to call them like a championship team. And there's been one close game with Iowa since we've been here, right? And that was last year. We won the championship, but we didn't win, right? So we've been in here 9 times. I think this is the 3rd or 4th win that we've had. But the last 5, we haven't even been close in any of them. So it was a great win for us to go and get it done right here.
Coach B came in with a big smile on his face. I was happy to see him smile. This whole week he's been thinking like it's just a mission, it's a business trip, it's a mission, and I'm glad to see him come out there with a W and come back to the locker room just smiling.
What impressed you most about the way your team went about its business tonight?
Just the way we came out. We came out kind of a little bit sloppy, but we came out. We stayed together. We played smart. I felt like we played hard. We were poised. I mean, when it was the first game of the year, Big Ten is always important at their place. So if we came out with a W like we did, we knew this would mean a lot.
We knew that the first 4 minutes of the second half is big, and a couple of our shots weren't falling, but defensively we stepped up. Unlike game against Ohio State, where they just came down and scored the next couple possessions, and defensively we played really well tonight, and that showed.
And everybody got off to a good start. We made some shots. Xavier was terrific. You know, Isaiah came off the bench again and gave us a good. So it was just they're a tough team for us, and they come back again, and there'll be a tough team for us again when we come back here. I try to remember, and I always remember what I had last time. You eat afterwards because it's comfort food, right? And after a loss, you want comfort food. And I said, I'm not getting a pizza. I'm not getting a pizza because it's comfort food because we're not going to lose. I got some boring chicken sandwich, and it was the best sandwich I've had in a long time.
Yeah, I was going to say it probably tasted pretty good.
I eat the whole pizza after a loss, by the way. I'll eat the whole pizza. That's not good.
Yeah, no, it's not. Usually you don't do that kind of stuff.
No, I don't.
Simpson with a career high or tied a career high, Livers with a career high, but that's a very long basketball team. How did playing Texas, another long team, earlier this year, help you in your prep for Iowa?
Well, I think they're a shot blocking team. They popped, right away. There's 2 plays. We ran some slip screens. Boom, they popped the ball up in the air, and they're going the other way. So I think that a lot of the teams, UCLA's like that is too, that you got to understand when there's a shot blocking team and guys with long arms, if they're big and they're shot blocking, you probably can get under them, but you're not going to go over them. So that's when you got to drive the ball more, or you got to shot fake, or you got to pass fake and get underneath them, because you're just not going to win over the top.
When you were recruiting Isaiah Livers, did you recognize that those types of moments weren't too big for him at a young age? Because he stepped forward and made 2 huge threes when Iowa was making that push.
He was the key right now. We did not plan on not having DJ here. We thought, okay, we'll let Duncan play 2 and 3 this particular year, and he wants to play there. And then DJ, we got DJ, and then we can bring Isaiah along slowly. All of a sudden, it was gone. So we said, Dunk, you got to go over there and play with some of those really tough 4 men. That's an important position. So, but with knowing that, we said we got to do everything we can every practice to speed up Isaiah's development. And we'll do it again tomorrow. I mean, he played some minutes today. I can't wait till tomorrow's practice with him. Because he's got some habits that we have to change, and they don't happen overnight. And he's changed some habits in his shooting, and I think we really is seeing that a byproduct now.
That was your 100th Big Ten win as Michigan coach. Only one other coach has done it. Congratulations.
Thanks, Matt.
When we come back, birthday wishes to a sophomore, and a freshman becomes the Iron Man of the Week. Stay with us.
I just got something to say. It's my son's birthday today. It's my son's birthday. So I just want y'all to wish him a happy birthday if you're watching this.
Say happy birthday to Ed.
Say happy birthday to Ed.
Young killer.
To the young
killer. Don't sleep on him.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Envy. Happy birthday to you.
Time now for our Al Rose Steel Iron Man of the Week. Here's Ed Kingerski.
Mired in a slushy-feeling first half, the Wolverines needed a spark, and they got it from Isaiah Livers.
cutting Livers, jams it down. Nice feed, Teske to Livers, moving without the basketball.
In a 2.5-minute stretch, the Kalamazoo kids scored 9 points and gave the club the boost it needed.
Livers open again, takes it inside and jams it through.
Livers scored 12 points in 18 minutes, scoring from near
and alley-oop. Livers! Come on! Bringing the house down with a gorgeous feed from the wing, and Livers stuffs it down.
and far.
12 points for Isaiah Livers. A second triple made, and Michigan's in front by 8.
Isaiah told us early this season he loves everything about being a college basketball player, the commitment, the day-to-day nuance, and this week, the successes, of which we expect many more to come. For Inside Michigan Basketball, I'm Ed Kongursky.
Thanks, Ed. The women's story is next.
Welcome back to Inside Michigan Basketball. The old calendar year went out with a fireworks show put on by senior Caitlin Flaherty, who led the Wolverines to a dominating Big Ten win over Penn State. Caitlin made a record 10 three-point shots and finished with 33 points. Michigan went on a 20-0 run in the first quarter and never looked back on their way to an 89-69 victory, which extended the team's win streak to 8 games. That win streak ended on New Year's Eve in Iowa City. Michigan dropped an 82-72 contest to the 23rd-ranked Hawkeyes. Flaherty led the way with 24 points. Michigan fell behind early and spent much of the game playing catch-up. The Wolverines did take the lead twice in the second half before Iowa went on a 6-0 run to pull away. On Thursday, Michigan had 4 players score in double figures at Wisconsin as the Wolverines returned to their winning ways with an 80-57 win over the Badgers. Flaherty had 25 points, Hallie Thome went for 20, while Nicole Munger and freshman Deja Church each scored 10 points. Michigan went on a 22-3 run in the second half to put the game out of reach. The victory made head coach Kim Barnes-Rico the winningest coach in school history with 124 wins.
It was awesome. We destroyed her with water. I was holding the jersey, so I couldn't do it. Otherwise, I would have gotten her a little bit more than everybody else did. But it was awesome. It's great for her to get that win, and I've been a part of a lot of them, so I'm really thankful. It's awesome.
She's an outstanding person and a mother, and I think she's kind of a motherly figure for all of us away from our own moms, so it's definitely nice to have her. And then for her to be able to accomplish this, I mean, it's definitely a milestone for Michigan women's basketball. She's definitely put them on the map, and I think having her as a coach, we can only go further in success.
The win improved the team's record to 13-3 overall and 2-1 in the Big Ten, with 10th-ranked Ohio State coming here to Chrysler Center today at noon. Michigan has lost 3 straight to the Buckeyes, but are playing with confidence heading into today's matinee.
So we finally figured out everyone's strengths, and we put them in the spots for them to have the most success. And so with that, I think we're doing inside-out ball really well, passing the ball really well. And I think we're all just kind of getting in our niche and doing what we need to do to get the win at the end of the day.
Of course, I'd love to be 3-0, but I think now's the time we turn it up and we continue to go on this streak. So 2-1. I'll take 2-1, and we'll make it 3-1, then 4-1, 5-1.
It's another busy week for the Maize and Blue, who host Indiana on Wednesday before heading to Lincoln to take on Nebraska on Saturday night. We'll, of course, have highlights of all 3 games right here next week on Inside Michigan Basketball. I'm Sarah Van Meter.
Our Leaders in Best segment is brought to you by Gardner White Furniture. Friday night, the Red Berenson rink at Yost Arena was officially dedicated before the Michigan-Notre Dame game. In a tribute to Berenson, who played at Michigan and coached the Wolverines for 33 seasons, the team all wore the number 9 jersey with the captain's C on it in pregame warm-ups. Top-ranked Notre Dame beat the Wolverines 2-1. They play again this afternoon in South Bend. And John Beilein did something nice for equipment manager Bob Bland, who has worked for the department for 31 years. Following the team's win over Alabama A&M, Beilein presented Bob with his varsity letter jacket that he earned back in 2005 when he became a member of the M-Letter Winners Club. Bob that day couldn't attend the ceremony because it was a game day, so he never received his jacket. Well, he's got it now. That's it for this week's edition of Inside Michigan Basketball. We hope you come back and join us next week. It is a bear of a week for the Wolverines. There are only 2 teams in the Big Ten ranked in the top 25. Michigan gets them both. Purdue on Tuesday night at home, Michigan State on the road on Saturday. We'll have the recap, the breakdown, and interviews. Hope you can join us. Until then, enjoy the rest of your week, everybody, and go Blue.